What's poppin' YouTube? It's FSUETL, and today I'm at you with the top 5 biggest secrets and Easter eggs in Pokemon Go at the moment. And I guarantee there's something in this list that you have not yet heard about, so I recommend to stay tuned. And also today, I'm in a pretty good mood, so I'm going to give away a $15 iTunes code and Google Play code, and all you have to do to win is simply leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave a comment. And I'm going to pick a random comment to win the gift card, so best of luck to you guys. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to pick the winners of yesterday's giveaway as well, so stay tuned for that. And on to my top 5 list. So today we're going to be talking about some Easter eggs in the game as well as some secrets that are going to help you play the game and get better, because we all need to get better at the game, right? There's always something we can improve on in the game and within life as well. Whoa, we just got fucking deep, right? We just got fucking deep. Anyway, on to number 1. I don't really want to include this in the list, but if you've ever seen a yellow gym, a Team Instinct gym, it's not actually real. It's just a glitch because Team Instinct cannot win a gym battle. It's just not possible because Team Instinct sucks. Alright, no, just kidding. Jokes aside, onto the real top 5 list. So the number 1 thing is that the Master Ball, if you've ever watched the cartoon in the anime, you know that the Master Ball is a thing. It's above the Ultra Ball. Well, the Master Ball is within the game's coding, but we don't know where it can be unlocked. As a matter of fact, it cannot be unlocked at the moment. We expect it to come in a future update. So we know that the Master Ball is within the coding of the game, but we just don't know how to get it yet. So we don't know if this is some sort of Easter egg you're going to unlock or if it's coming in a future update. So let me know your opinions on that in the comment section below. On to number 2. Now this one's pretty helpful right here for some people possibly. There's a way to play in landscape mode. Now this is helpful if you're trying to record a YouTube video or whatnot. This can be done. Now what you have to do is basically you open up Pokemon Go, right? And you hit the settings and then you put your device in landscape mode, like hold it in landscape mode, right? It's not going to turn there right away. And then you hit the button called report high priority issue, and then once you hit that and then you go back, it'll put your device in landscape. So if you ever wanted to play like this, it is possible. It's very zoomed in when you go to look at Pokemon and whatnot, but it is possible. Some people say this is a glitch. I personally think it's an Easter egg of some sort. It obviously makes the map bigger, and some people might prefer this rather than the portrait mode. I personally prefer the portrait mode just because I'm so used to it, but it is possible to play it like this. And on to number 3. You probably didn't know this because not a lot of people know this. Every 10 Pokestops is going to give you around 9 to 10 items. So if you ever, you're walking in a city and there's a ton of Pokestops and you hit that one Pokestop that gives you a shit ton of items, you're like, oh my god, that was a good Pokestop. It's actually because every 10th Pokestop you hit, it gives you a ton of items. So if you're ever in a populated area such as San Francisco or Orlando or New York City or a big city like that where there's a ton of Pokestops everywhere, make sure you walk around and get a different Pokestop each time, because once you hit the 10th Pokestop, you're going to get a ton of items. And you can go in and try this yourself. It is true and it is confirmed that this works. So if you were curious about that and how some Pokestops are really fucking good and then other Pokestops are pretty shit, that is why. It's because every 10th Pokestop gives you pretty much a shit ton of items, right? And on to our number 4 top 5 secret in Pokemon Go. This is that now this is like a little, I guess you can say a fun fact, right? I just want to throw it in there. I think it's pretty cool. The Hitmonlee Pokemon that was named after Bruce Lee. Well, there's a Hitmonlee Pokemon nest at Bruce Lee's grave. So if you ever visit Bruce Lee's grave, rest in peace to my man Bruce Lee, there's going to be a Hitmonlee nest right there. Basically a ton of Hitmonlee Pokemon spawn in that area, and it's basically an intended tribute to Bruce Lee, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Also, if you don't know what a nest is basically a place where all of the same Pokemon spawn within a certain small area. So for example, my friend Steven, over in his neighborhood down the block, it's a Jinx nest, and a ton of Jinx spawn here all the time. And it's crazy because a Jinx is a rare Pokemon and they don't spawn too often, and it's pretty cool to have a Jinx nest literally down the road in Oviedo, which is a suburb of Orlando. So if you live in the area, if you're looking for a Jinx, that's where to go. And on to our number 5 thing in this list is that when you first start out the game, right, and you get those starter Pokemon, and you're like, what the fuck do I do with these starter Pokemon? Like, I don't want a Bulbasaur, I don't want a Squirtle, I don't want a Charmander, I want a fucking Pikachu, dude. Well, if you take like 20 steps backwards and just keep walking away, it's going to spawn the starter Pokemon like 3 times, but eventually, if you walk farther enough, it's going to spawn a Pikachu for you. So you can easily get a Pikachu as your starter Pokemon, and I confirmed this on my second account, and I went ahead and did this, and I now have a Pikachu as my starter Pokemon on my second account. So it's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you're new to Pokemon and you're not really good with the names, and the only fucking Pokemon you know is Pikachu anyway, you can start off with it if that makes you feel any better. I don't know. Everyone wants to have Pikachu, right? Well, that's how you can get it as the first Pokemon in the game. And there's a ton of other top 5 secrets I want to go over. And you know what? I know I said top 5, but I'm going to throw one more in. So there's this Pokemon named Ditto, right? It's confirmed as a legendary Pokemon, or basically they call it a legendary because no one has caught this thing yet. And it's believed that this Pokemon is locked and it can't be caught at the moment. Well, someone did a little bit of a investigative research, right? And all the starter Pokemon have a catch rate of 16%, right? Now keep that in mind because they're the only Pokemon in the game that have that catch rate. So obviously the Pokemon with a catch rate of 16 are going to be the starter Pokemon. Well, Ditto, which is currently locked, has the same exact catch rate of 16%. So a lot of people are curious as to whether Ditto can be unlocked somehow as a starter Pokemon, and we just don't know how to do it yet. A lot of people have been trying out a ton of stuff with their starter Pokemon, like walking a fucking mile, and it still doesn't work. But a lot of people do believe that there's some sort of Easter egg revolving around Ditto and the starter Pokemon. And Ditto, of course, is a legendary Pokemon, or a quote-unquote legendary Pokemon, because really the main legendary Pokemon are just the legendary birds and then Mew and Mewtwo, but Ditto obviously hasn't been caught yet, so it can be thrown in the same category. And basically all of these legendary Pokemon have yet to be unlocked. A lot of people think maybe they'll come later on this year, who the fuck knows, but Ditto is a huge question mark because a lot of people think, okay, he should be a lot more common than he is, obviously because no one has caught him yet, and a lot of people think that there's some way to get him as the first Pokemon, just no one knows at the moment. So a little something to keep your eye on, a little food for thought right there. If anyone wants to try to get it, feel free to have fun. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you made it to the end of the video, go ahead and leave a comment question of the day, because today's comment question of the day comes from this user named, oh man, I am not good with names. That's a foreign name. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, but that's one foreign fucking name right there. But anyway, he's asking me, hey FSU, are you planning on doing a fan meetup sometime soon, because I live in Orlando? That's pretty cool. Hopefully you're not trying to plan my death and you're not going to assassinate me, but I'm going to answer your question legitimately. I'm not planning on doing a fan meetup at the moment. I do have plans to fly out to Los Angeles in November and meet up with a few YouTuber friends down there, chill out, have a good time. So maybe then, but it would be pretty weird doing my first quote-unquote fan meetup in LA, even though I live in Orlando. So I mean, if you see me in the Orlando area, you can say hi, just don't annoy the fuck out of me. Like, you can say, hey man, what's up, how you doing, but don't sit there and like start trying to, you know, suck my dick or some shit. That would be fucking weird. Like, don't go that far, right? Like, no homo though, but still, that's pretty fucking weird. Just, you know, if you see me in the Orlando area, feel free to say hi, but you know, I'm not planning on doing a fan meetup anytime soon. I apologize, but I'm a busy motherfucker. But you know what? Maybe sometime before the year ends. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. That question is yet to be answered. And anyway, if you have a question like that you want to ask me, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Also, these are the winners of yesterday's giveaway, and none of them have responded to their emails yet. That's why I'm going to mention them in the video. So if you are one of these people, or you know one of these people, tell them to check their emails, because each of them have won a $25 iTunes code and Google Play code. So, you know, I want to give away those codes. I mean, if they don't respond, then, you know, I guess I gotta keep them, you know what I mean? Or I can give them away later on. I don't know, but just these guys are the winners of yesterday's videos, so hopefully they can respond soon. And if you want to win today's giveaway, all you have to do is drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and go ahead and drop a comment, and you'll basically enter to win a $15 iTunes code or a Google Play code. So, you know, that's fucking hype right there. Peace out, YouTube. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, stay sexy.
I've got a feeling there's about to be a shitstorm. Tired of these backwards men, I'm like ripped on. Back at it like an automatic. Sip cheap liquor till I'm leaning backwards. Young English, write the chapters. Black Paisley, yes we go hard. I said we go hard. I said we go hard. You said we go hard. I said we go hard. You said we go hard. I said we go hard. You said we go hard. I said we go hard. The old days were great, but we're past them. We're still here to rear our new passions. We fight fear with vices, toast glasses, smoke pot and fuck like we never took classes and never learned shit, but we earned our hurt and pain from our scars and mistakes. And with that being said, I'm about to make a few more. Breath of fresh air like I'm living in a humidor. So temperate, I've been bent since week 17, but I'm never on the bench. No rest, already said it. Ethic is embedded and I'll never let it slip, cause it's a natural anesthetic. Keep it organic for the ladies with they pit hair, throwing up they fists in my shows like shit, yeah. Demographics don't matter when your thoughts stay scattered and you're dabbling, dodging the old wagon. Fuck that, convictions get shattered, no riddles to be solved. Mad Hatter lost his magic. Hat number 9, tripping off a turpentine, gripping something steady enough to keep the work alive. And I'm living that and trying to give it back. Grown man shit, calluses and jaded raps, hair on my chest. I sweat when I fuck. My speakers don't hammer, they put dents in your truck like back at it like an automatic. Sip, sip, cheap liquor till I'm leaning backwards. Young English, let me write the chapters. Black Paisley, yes we go hard. You said we go hard. I said we go hard. You said we go